Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our session and welcome to the new year. We are all actually here for a change. And that part is not working on the stream, so I'll get that fixed up in a minute. But yeah, welcome back. And thank you, Jack, for the 23 months. Yes, the Doritos that Gio's eating is probably pretty hot. They're probably
Yeah,
spicy.
they are. They are very hot. Yeah.
All right. What if I?
I'm actually enjoying my meal prep. Thank you very much. I wish I had Doritos.
Nom 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 nom.
Nom 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 nom.
Nom 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 nom.
Okay, let me fix this real quick. Hype train, just from from 2 subs.
Yeah.
Oh,
2 subs is always enough for a hype train.
Mm.
Need to try to keep it going.
Okay, refresh on that. And thank you, Ghost, for 23 months as well. In your favorite emote, I see.
Yes, of all time.
Of course. All right. So, a little bit of a recap of where we've been for the last couple of sessions. The party found themselves swept into this unknown place after making their way from Elf's Point back towards Elfrost to go look at another lead that was shared to them by Eilenia, communicated through Belto. And the party found themselves swept into this unknown place that some may have an idea of where they are, some probably don't. But everything so far has been kind of elementally based as far as the place that they're in. So there's been 2 different puzzles that the party has had to solve involving some kind of elemental solution to both. The last session, we saw the group take a little fork in the road to find another one of these bags that has a spell scroll and another little item in it. And the party made some pretty interesting choices, almost party wiped, we'll say.
Wow.
But thankfully, after some good clutch rolls from everybody,
yeah, right.
They managed to get the bag, take a short rest, and everyone started back on their way to the third puzzle, which involves so far 3 different doors that the team has gone to. There was a water puzzle that they solved, a fire room puzzle, and a earth room puzzle that was kind of quicksand related. And we find ourselves into the last of the 4 doors.
Wind.
Yes. So, you all are going down this pathway. Thanks to Julian's investigation earlier, you know this is the last element going to be air related, getting some fresh breeze, and that you hear a lot of rushing wind as you are walking down this corridor. About a minute or so after kind of walking in, you open up to this chasm. Looks kind of similar to the one that you were just in when you tried to get the bag that had the scroll that you just picked up. But it looks a little different. Instead of having a wide chasm that is just completely sheer on both sides, it almost looks like kind of just a big pit with a wall on the other side. Not something that you could probably easily climb down or back up, but it's not quite as just out into the abyss as you get to the edge of this cliff. But you see another kind of floating platform like thing like before, but this one is much further away. And similar to the other rooms where there's been kind of a slight glow around the specific orb that you're trying to get, or the little gemstone, you see a similar kind of glow from a pedestal that's on this floating island that looks to be about maybe 300 feet away. So, what do you guys decide to do?
Quickly just check something. There's something that I might have been wrong in this because I've missed it writing down. Did we get a long rest after the wind area that we had?
Nope.
You only have a short rest.
We only a short. It wasn't long. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Correct.
Just
only
checking.
a short rest.
Thank you very much.
Last long rest was when we woke up after the
After that, okay.
people were sneaking
Cool.
up on
Because I was about to say, because I have my second slot Misty Steps like gone, but I wanted to make sure they weren't supposed to reset. Cool. No worries. So do we see anything in the distance? Because you said it's a big chasm, but do we see anything at all?
The only thing that you really see is, again, the floating island with the kind of the orb there,
Okay.
or at least the
How
the
far
glowing.
away is it?
It's about 300 feet from what you can tell.
Oh, very far away. Okay.
It looks like there's this chasm that kind of almost circles around it a little bit, but you can't see how far down it actually goes. You do notice, though, after a couple of minutes of looking, that there's not this big kind of gushing wind that there was in the other place.
Okay,
It looks like it's more kind of just there's a little bit of a breeze that you pick up, but there's no like rushing wind like there was in the previous fork that you took to get the.
Okay, so
the one bag.
Julian will stick his paw out just over the canyon, not massively, but just stick it out just to see what he feels.
You stick your paw out. There's not really any kind of sensation. Roll me a investigation check.
Investigation. 19.
19. As you stick your hand out, you get a little tingly sensation, and you barely recognize it. But as you kind of get the sensation, you look down at your hand, and you almost see some of the fur on your paw almost waving in a way, like it's not being all pulled down by gravity.
Hey guys, check this shit out.
What are you about to do?
No. It's too late. I've already done it.
Oh, no.
But I put my hand out over the edge, and yeah, I don't think it's like the other place. Like my fur isn't reacting normally to like wind or anything. It's like there's no air, but there is air. Like, I don't know. Does anyone have anything like small that they could chuck out into the chasm?
Oh, I have something real quick, and I'll grab one of my parchments, a piece of papers, and stuff like that, and I'll do like a little origami swan thing, and I'll toss it in.
Okay. Roll me a athletics check.
To toss a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just humor me.
I know. I got you. Well, 7 on the die plus 4. 11.
Okay. You give it a good little toss, and it glides for a good little bit. Maybe a good like 5 seconds where it kind of looks like it's almost kind of flying and making its way, and eventually it gets to the point where it kind of stops, and then as like paper airplanes do, it kind of goes down and makes these big arcs, but eventually it does start going down and into the chasm.
Okay. Did that help?
I mean, thank you. Sorry for your swan. But no, I was hoping like there was like the opposite of gravity or something. But
who here has rope?
yeah, it didn't seem. Hey, maybe we don't fire shit at the thing again. Maybe we don't do that.
Who here has rope? For a second.
we're not doing rope again. No more rope.
We're being more cautious this time. I'll get my rope. I'll put it into the ground. Make sure it's secured to the ground this time.
Wait. How long is your rope?
50 meters bought. I'm going to check 50 feet, whatever. I'm going to check how it reacts in the chasm, if it moves a specific way or if it acts in natural.
I guess you can, but like it's 300 feet or so away.
Yeah, but
so
as long as we know.
Let's not forget to tether it this time.
That's why I said you already set up the titans in the ground and tied it
I'm
securely.
putting titans in the ground, chucking the rope into the wind whilst it's attached to the pythons in the ground to see how the rope will react in the chasm.
Before he starts before he does anything with the rope, I go next to Xylith and I like look away towards Xylith. It's like I can't watch this again.
It's okay, my friend.
It was your fault last time. Be quiet.
I did.
Alright.
All right. So what do you do with the rope once you get it anchored?
I chuck it into the chasm, see if it just falls naturally or if it just
Like
goes to a
floats
certain
or
path.
something.
Yeah.
As you throw it, it looks like it doesn't fall as fast as you anticipate normal gravity would have an effect on it, but it does fall kind of more slowly down into the chasm, but it does still fall down, but it looks like it's a little bit less so.
Okay. I'll retrieve the rope. If anyone has.
But wait, what was the wind spell that we got from that? Because I know I grabbed it, but I don't have it in my inventory or anything like that.
It is the
Okay.
gust spell.
Okay. I mean, it's not really
Do we
something
have
we
anything
want.
that
Yeah.
has some weight to it?
No, yeah, I think maybe the heavier it is,
Yeah.
it's like reacts the opposite. But
That's what it seems
like,
like.
well, I don't want to fucking like throw
No,
us
no.
in there and like, let's try it.
He'll pull out a
but
1
yeah,
pound
we could-
torch that's unlit. He's got 10 of them.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, sure. Let's pull out something even heavier than that. Let's pull out a torch. Yeah, let's go for something heavier. Let's see if it reacts. But like maybe try and fling it up onto the island.
Javelin toss.
With that, then, and I don't think I'm proficient in javelins. Anyways,
I'm proficient in athletics. It helps.
we'll use prestidigitation to light the end of the torch just so that if it falls, we can maybe get a frame of reference at the bottom, light it, and chuck it.
Okay. Give me a strength or athletics check. Or I guess, yeah, strength or dexterity
18.
or athletics. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's decent.
18. All right, you get a good toss on it, and 300 feet is still quite a ways away, so you don't
Mm-hmm.
quite get it there. But as the torch sails through the air, you see a similar kind of lower gravity effect on the torch, and it after a little bit you see it go down. It's going. At some point just before it kind of creases the fog at the bottom of this chasm, you actually see it hit the side of whatever this central structure is actually sitting on, and it keeps going down. You see a kind of a glow, and eventually the glow disappears into the fog.
So definitely a death bit,
Okay.
even if it's a slow fall, because I don't know how we would get out of that.
Wait, how tall is this chasm?
You look up, and
can't tell,
you
it's
don't really
beyond
see a ceiling.
And how high?
That's been the theme the entire time. we've been
And
here.
how high up is the island? Is also the question.
It's about straight across from where you are.
Oh, it's another.
Oh, okay,
island.
but it's 300 feet. Okay. Well, I mean, all I was thinking is that maybe, like, I could climb the wall and just basically jump off from there. But you know, at least that we wouldn't have to like jump the chasm. I'd jump off from a higher height, and I could try and guide myself.
So the distance is how much again?
About 300.
300 feet.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a fair distance, so having some height would help. But you know, I think we should do more testing here rather than just jumping. Wait, so I'm not best versed on what Gust does. Does Gust like give you like a rise?
It's
Can it
just
like can it come from the bottom,
It's
or does
just
it?
a tiny piece. It's not that strong.
But can you cast it to come from a direction? Because I mean, if we can cast it to come from the bottom of the chasm to keep us up, then we can use that to like help us get over across the chasm.
Dust, will you allow me to read out the details of the spell? Since we have the scroll item? Or
Sure.
no? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, just for people's understanding, you seize the air and compel it to create one of the following effects that you can see at a point within range. The range is 30 feet. One medium or small creature you choose must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 5 feet away from you. You create a small blast of air capable of moving one object that's neither held nor carried that weighs no more than 5 pounds. If the object is pushed 10 feet away, or you just create a harmless sensory effect.
That's not going to help us at all, is it? No, that's not helping. That ain't helping us at all. I'm lost here, guys. I've been short of fucking throwing myself off the cliff here and hoping.
I have an
I've
idea.
got no ideas.
Can someone
go
hold
ahead.
me back? And I'm gonna try to lean one foot and one arm over the chasm, like where we're standing.
Before you do, since we've got an
It sounded
anchored
like
rope,
just like,
how about
yeah,
you
pull me
tie
back.
that around? How about I tie this around you just in
Uh,
case?
As long as
It's
you hold
anchored,
it. As long
yes.
as you hold it.
It's anchored down.
I'll be
making
holding
sure.
you, and
Okay. All right.
do not want anyone to go
I'm
into
not going.
any abyss.
I'm just gonna lean like
All the
half
safeguards.
my body over the cliff.
All the safeguards.
Hello?
Okay, so
At what time? Morning.
what's going on here? So
7.
you're sticking one arm in one
Yeah. So where
leg.
we're standing, it's kind of like.
Yeah,
a
she-
cliff
she-
drop,
she's
and
putting
I'm gonna
more
try to,
of
like,
her body
lean
now.
over the
I'll
cliff
I'll
to see if like
up for 7.
there's
That's when
any
I'll 7
stability
o'clock.
or if my weight kind
Right,
of
okay.
holds me up, or if I just keep
Good
looking
Good
down.
night. Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
half 6, sorry.
6.
Half 6.
Half 6.
Panda, you're unmuted.
Good night.
Half 6.
Oh no, sorry, I was talking to...
Yeah, no.
You're good.
What was
Color
that?
said hey.
Reissue, don't worry.
Okay. As you stick one half of your body
Yeah.
out, you get the similar kind of sensation that Julian did, with kind of the tingle on your leg and your arm as it's out there, and it's almost like there's some kind of weird lift to it. Like it's not, you don't have the full gravity effect, but there's also some.
Oh, sorry. I had
Hello?
a hiccup.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
Good. But similar to what Julian experienced earlier, you have some similar tingle feel in your
Mhm.
extremities. That there's, like, you still feel a pull down, but there's some other thing that's almost like kind of pushing it up in a way.
Okay, who?
Xylus, try flapping your hands as you're in there.
Wait, who has the best? Yeah. What's everyone's?
I believe
This
it'll
might be an area that lets you to
Well, that's
fly.
what-
You're the only other strength build.
So I mean, I've got a +6. That's what I'm saying. Does anyone have better
I
than?
only got +1.
Okay, right. So
Athletics,
So
you say?
basically, okay.
Plus
So
4. Plus 4.
I would like you guys to tie me and tie me to the rope,
Oh god.
and I'm going to launch myself over and see if I can feel. I know I won't be able to get there because it's anchored down. I get that, but
You
I
don't
want
have
to.
enough distance on the rope.
No, I know.
You might as well just jump a
See
little
if you
bit.
float.
Yeah.
Start flapping
I'm gonna
and
jump a
see
little
if you
bit
can-
and see if the arc would be enough. Yeah, sure. I'll flap.
Flap.
I'll flap just for you.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be anchored to the rope, but I'm gonna take a running jump whilst anchored to the rope.
I'm going to brace myself on the ground and hold on to the rope in front of the pythons to
Yes,
make
yeah.
sure the pythons don't come loose.
Yes,
I'm going to
please
say
do.
Yeah.
put more pythons.
Nifus is gonna-
And then
Just
I have
Nifus
some
is
too.
gonna sit back. It's like, what's up with you guys and ropes
Yeah, we
and jumping
like
off cliffs?
Do you have a better idea?
We don't have any other idea because I've
Once
got
we wait
I
long
don't
enough,
know
you
yet.
gotta
How much
use your
Because-
How much
levitation
rope do we
again.
all have?
because I've got a safer way to do this as well,
I have
like
one
for the
rope.
next time when it's not grounded. But yeah, I think this the best way, the safer way to do this now whilst we're doing the test is to do it this way.
Nymphis, do
Julian,
have
can
any
you
rope?
teleport anymore, or?
No,
I have no moments.
Do we want
I can't do
extra
anything.
rope?
Jack.
Because I have some.
I mean, we could tie it, but at the end of the day, it's not really going to help more than like we don't have anything up to 300. Basically, what
Julian,
Yeah.
do you have any rope at all?
I've got no rope. I've got none.
Oh.
I have
You
no.
guys-
I heard you said yes, didn't you, Nymphis?
No. No. So,
Oh, I do have rope. It's in my ring.
do we
No
have?
matter what, we wouldn't have enough to get all the way across, even if everybody
Yeah.
had rope.
Oh, okay, guys. Okay, here's my thought. I'm gonna test this and see what happens whilst I'm anchored. if this works, what I want to do is unanchor the rope, but still hold on to it. Still hold on to it on your end. And if it looks like I'm gonna make it, let go of the rope. And if not, pull
You're
me
willing
back.
to risk
But
your life
that-
for this.
that's- Hey, we need to get out of here.
Okay, you doing it?
Well, no, but this is whilst
See,
No, right.
firstly, if anything happens to you, if you do your test jump, and then we can see what the results of. After
Yeah, that's what I
Just
mean.
do the test jump like
yeah,
for 5
yeah,
feet. Don't
yeah,
go
yeah. Oh yeah.
full
We're doing-
running jump.
Oh
Just
no, we're
a
doing the
regular
anchor jump just to see what's going on. Yeah.
Are we all holding this rope? Are we all
Yeah,
holding
you're
ready to
it?
pull him back
Yes,
in.
okay.
If it looks like he starts going
Yeah, just in
down,
case.
pull him back in. Held
Okay.
action.
Yeah, we're just doing a jump test. I'm just gonna basically jump out there just from standing, just to see what happens.
Okay. So you're just doing the flat foot jump.
Just a flat foot jump, just to see what happens. Just
Okay.
but jumping out with a fair amount of force. So just like. Up.
Yep. All right. You jump out. You kind of have. Have you seen everything else? You kind of have a slower fall down. After
The moment he starts going down, pulling.
He starts flapping, right?
roll a perception check for me, please.
Is this to do with either smell or sight?
Smell or hearing.
Smell or hearing, sorry. Smell or hearing.
No, neither
Okay.
one of those.
And that is a 12,
So it's like
12. Okay.
which would have been anyway.
As you're falling, you almost get the sensation of something else starting to push up on you, almost like it's slowing your descent. However, before you stop, you get caught on the end of the rope, and then you're just you dangle there, and you're slowly drifted back towards the side of the cliff where you're attached to the rope. But it felt like before you snagged on the rope that there was something that was counteracting your fall.
Okay.
For clarification, just to understand the situation, sorry. So, you said he reached the end of the rope. The rope was 50 feet long, so he essentially went up, and he went up at a diagonal of 50 feet.
No, he jumped out, and then he started to to fall,
Fall.
like the light gravity, but at some point,
Okay.
before he reached the end of the rope, he felt something that was almost like counteracting the gravity and starting to push him up.
oh, I think I knew what's going on.
Like I said, I was holding action to pull if he looked like he was going down, so he wouldn't have to climb back up the cliff.
Okay.
Seems like we got an extra piece of information.
Yep.
outside the game, you guys seen Howl's Moving Castle, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the little portion when she's like walking on the.
Well, that's what I was going to assume next. I was just going to walk, but it's yeah.
Wait, can you hold
Okay.
your breath,
It,
Julian?
I very well, yes.
are you holding your breath currently?
No.
Wait, I'll just. Because Julian right now is just dangling there, right?
Oh no, I
Pull him
have been
back
pulled
up.
back.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
okay.
he's anchored. You
I'm
all
back.
pull him back
Can
up.
you do that again and hold your breath, maybe?
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, why
Okay.
not? Okay.
Okay, so I will breath. So this will be done in real time. So the second I don't have my breath held anymore, I will raise my hand.
Are you still staying anchored to the rope?
Oh yeah,
and-
I'm still
holding.
still anchored to the rope, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Also, Jet, there are mechanics for holding breath.
So well, no, it's just to let you guys know.
Yeah.
All right,
So I'm just gonna walk out this time. I'm not gonna jump. I'm just gonna walk.
You're just gonna walk out. Okay.
I'm just gonna walk out. Yes.
You still holding your breath?
Okay, starting.
Okay. You step off. You have the light gravity effect, but since you just stepped off, you once you get to the bottom, you actually start to feel the lift, and you start to go up before you get tugged at the end of the rope. You're at the end. You're now floating there, 50 feet out, snug on the end of the rope.
So you went down and came back up?
Yes.
Now he's floating.
You want to just try without the rope? 'Cause it just seems like.
You want us to pull you back,
Can
or do
you
you want to
exhale
risk
for a
untying
second?
yourself out there? Oops, sorry.
Exhale your breath.
All right, bring him back.
Okay.
Since can't communicate while holding his breath.
Oh, message.
And now you're on the cliff edge.
I mean, it's say I was told to hold my breath whilst I was out there.
But like, yay, nay.
I mean, guys, look, I was floating, so I don't know if it was the breath or what's going on, but it didn't seem to change anything with holding my breath.
Want me to go get it? I think I know what's going on.
Okay,
I
go
think I
for
have
it,
an idea.
because otherwise, I think that...
No rope. Nymphis jumps
Nymphis
off and
jumps
starts
off.
running. Oh.
You see Nymphis jump,
Starts going.
and you see him start to dip a little bit. Eventually, he starts floating, and just floats right on over to the other side.
Ta-da!
Also,
Please don't tell
didn't
me
realize he
you're
was holding
stuck
his
there
breath while Nymphis had gone. When he sees him step.
My God.
Well, I guess that solves that problem.
Entrance behind us. What?
All right, so Nymphis,
I'll look over at Julia and be like, "Sorry, you were the test." Run."
Yeah, it's always me.
So Nymphis, once you get over there,
there.
you see another little pedestal similar to the other ones for the other little orbs, and you see a kind of dim orange, kind of brown glowing orb sitting on a little kind of rocky pedestal on the other side. It's kind of like brown grayish.
All right. I look at it and then I turn back and look at everybody else. I was like, okay. Now that we have puzzles before, I'm afraid if I pull this, what if the wind doesn't work on the way back?
It didn't happen in any of the other ones.
I-
It didn't behave differently.
I guess we'll cross that bridge, literally, when we come to it.
What bridge? There's a lack of a bridge here.
Maybe one will spawn.
Okay. Nymphis goes to pull out the
Okay, you take the orb from the pedestal.
Okay. And I'm standing there, and Nymphis is going to stand at the edge. He's just like shaking his hands. Like, oh my
Okay.
God. Okay.
Do you...
I
Oh, okay, you're just gonna go. Okay, fair enough.
You're just gonna
You're
go
just
for
Gotta
it.
go. All the way. All the
Are
way
you
back.
running or are you stepping off?
I'm going to run and try to catch with my feet thing. It worked the first time when I was running off,
Yeah.
right? So
So you run off. Again, you kind of the light gravity effect. You're going down,
it didn't stop.
and
Thank
eventually
God.
you kind of level out, and you are kind of drifting over, and eventually land back on the other side with the rest of your companions.
I think this is my favorite room ever. Hey, Silas, you want to go try it?
No, I'm good, man. I had my fun earlier.
I was just gonna work on just
It's
trying
like-
to undo the rope and get the pythons out of the
Yeah,
ground.
guys, I don't know about you, but I want out of this fucking place.
I second that.
Oh God. If this is like.
Okay.
Yep, back to the entrance now to put the other thing in, put the orb back in.
All right. You all walk back through the tunnel to the door, and you see the door with the 3 orbs or gems already put in there.
Mm-hmm.
You all put the last one in.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a plan.
So you put the little gemstone in the last one, and then the last little bit of line that connects the rooms lights up. Once that last one's in there, everything kind of gets a little bit brighter and then dims, and you hear this kind of rocky sound and also other elements almost unlocking certain parts of this door, and eventually the door at a diagonal opens up.
Hey guys, we're 3 for 3.
I just hope that is the limit of the puzzles. We can be free.
Yeah,
from this place.
that would be nice. I'm kind of done with risking lives at this point. I just wanna sleep.
Especially since Nymphus translated that first one to, as soon as we figured out the order, we would earn our freedom, but we're not free yet.
Only one way to go.
Let's go.
Okay. You all press on, making your way through the door after your third puzzle's been solved. You make your way kind of. It's not quite as open chasm now as you've been going through between the other puzzles. This one is actually more of a tunnel that you all are going through. After about 10 minutes or so, you enter this chamber, this octagonal chamber. As you come in, it's kind of dim light, but again, where everything else has been dim, but you can still see it. There's just this big room. As you take everything in, there's almost kind of with everything else, there's this elemental nature to things. There's runes and there's colors that pertain to the different elements: fire, water, air, earth, in different parts as you come into this room. And while this room is huge in its diameter, there's again a pedestal in the middle, but there's also 4 other pedestals about 60 feet from that middle pedestal around it. So in the room you have one center pedestal and then 4 other pedestals a little bit spaced out from it. But from where you come into the room to the center of this chamber is probably about 150 feet. So this room from end to end is probably 300 feet wide.
Hey guys, is any of you called Lilu by any chance?
What about lube?
No, I said Lilu.
What?
Oh,
No idea what you're talking about.
Because this really gives off Fifth Element vibes.
The fifth element. I got it. Yeah. Do I see any more?
I can't trick you,
writing
Jack.
or any-
You know me too well.
I love the fifth element.
It's great fun.
Do I see any more writing or anything on the walls, Dust?
Roll a investigation check for me.
Investigation with your dice. Oh, 15. Oh my God. Let's see.
We've seen worse.
Yeah. My investigation's +2, so 17.
Okay. There are writings on the walls. They kind of tell more about like each individual element, and it's almost like poetic in a way. So each different element, there is some kind of story behind its power, its nature, or with kind of where you're at, like how certain creatures use elemental things. So it's kind of poetic and narrative in the way that it describes the elements, and it's centered around each different element. So as you're walking around, there seems to be 4 quadrants in this octagonal room, each corresponding to a separate element.
Is there a hidden element that they're not talking about that we should know about? Love, perhaps?
Not that you can tell.
Are we able to tell which pedestal is which?
Go ahead and roll a investigation check for me, please.
But I was already investigating.
Well,
Okay.
you were investigating the writings.
I've got
Okay.
5.
5.
5. Awful.
It's
Can
likely.
could I have helped him out since I was already investigating, by the way?
You were kind of investigating the writings that were on the walls, and he was in the middle. So, not in this case.
Okay. No
Because the writings on the wall.
You get the sense, just going between all 4 pedestals, that yes, there is some difference between each pedestal that is related to elements. What you've seen, the runes that describe the other elements before, like air, earth, fire, and water, you see those on the pedestals, and you make the association that there's probably something to do with each element on these 4 pedestals.
Can I pick up? So, is there dirt on the floor, by any chance?
Roll a perception check.
Okay, that's definitely just gonna be without advantage. That would be 21.
21. There, you take a look around, and you eventually find maybe some dirt that you can kind of scoop up into your paw a little bit. So you have something that might resemble dirt or dust.
Okay, I would like.
I think I know what you're saying.
I would like to sprinkle some of that dirt on every one of the 4 podiums, please.
Okay. The first podium doesn't really seem to do anything. The second podium does.
Okay.
Although, for some reason, the rune that second podium is, you know from talking with Nifis, and as you've gone through the puzzles, that for some reason this one doesn't seem to be the Earth one.
Okay.
You go to the third podium. It doesn't do anything. In the fourth podium, it also has some kind of effect. But it looks like it's the one that
the fourth one is the Earth one.
So guys, we only have the 3 spells, right? We have the fire, water, and wind spell, right?
You have the Earth.
Oh wait, sorry.
You have the Earth,
fire, and air.
Fire and air.
We don't have water.
And then
You have the ability to create water.
Create
So yeah, okay, that's cool. Cool. Okay.
So I've just done some testing, and I think we have to use those spells on each podium to create the individual element on each. I just sprinkled some dirt on every podium, and the 2 podiums that resembled were water and earth. I think we need to put the earth spell on this, and actually have a lot of dirt on here, or something on here, like a rock, and that's gonna make it good. And then the fire on fire, with gust on wind podium, and you can make it rain. I mean, not with the money, but you can just make it rain.
Well, Doctor, I think you're right.
It's just a matter of figuring out which one.
So given that the one spell, the only thing we don't have. So how many spell slots do you have left, Belto?
I can do a few tests.
Okay, so why don't we do yours first, given that we only have a limited number of the others, to make sure if this theory is right. So,
Nymphis, could you perhaps take a closer look at the pedestals?
I
can totally do that. Panda has risen.
I think it's the second one.
Oh, sorry, yeah, okay, sorry, my bad.
Oh no, I was just letting you talk. I was wondering, the pedestal which you put Earth on, does it have greater effect than the other pedestal that had the same effect?
I mean, it kind of had similar effect, but it was just a little bit better. But I know from my limited amount of speaking from the glorious Nymphis over here in his book, which I'm still reading, by the way. You're not getting it back. The second one was definitely not Earth, but this one I'm pretty sure looks like Earth shit.
But you said it also reacted.
It did. So
versus
but
2 did not.
Yeah, no. 2 reacted. 2 and 4 reacted. 1 and 3 didn't. But I mean, maybe the ground is wet, or maybe because I dropped it, it had some air to it. It's either one of those things. I think there was some movement maybe when I dropped it, so that was air related, but it wasn't enough air to fully be enough.
I'll go over to sorry, just give me half a second, Panda, sorry. I'll go over to Nymphis and place a hand on his shoulder. Perhaps you could take a closer look at the runes, see if you can discern anything, and I'll do guidance so you can add a d4 to whatever its check you have.
Hey, you have guidance!
Yep.
Yay!
I just didn't get a chance to activate it because the
I love using guidance. I love guidance.
I get to use Dusty's special Okay, can I investigate the pedestals a little bit further?
You may, yes.
Does anybody want to assist him?
I'm just gonna walk
Too late.
around the room, just kind of looking.
Can I cast?
19 on the die plus
1d4.
hold on a second. Plus investigation again. Plus 2, so that's a 21. Plus the d4. Plus another
I think it's fine. 21's fine.
24. Yeah.
24? Okay. Wilrick, were you saying something?
Yeah, I was asking if I can cast Prestidigitation and Firebolt at the other few pedestals to see if fire or wind will react, because Prestidigitation can create a gust of wind.
Ooh,
Okay. So while Nymphis is going around investigating, are you doing this to all the pedals or
Yeah.
pedestals, or?
The ones other than the last one that reacted to Earth.
And there's no need to do the second one either because that can't be fire. Oh wait, but it could be air. Actually, no, do the second one.
Okay. So you're doing
One,
which pedestals?
1, 2.
Amanda?
Oh, sorry.
1, 2,
Or-
and 3.
1, 2, and 3? Okay, and you're doing Prestidigitation to do
The
a gust
okay.
or fire? Or both?
Prestidigitation. Well, I can do a puff of wind, but I'll need like a light, a torch to light. So I'll use a torch instead of fireball because that causes damage. So I'll use a torch, light it, and have Prestidigitation to make a puff of wind as well.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
All right. So, Nymphis, as you're starting to investigate the first pedestal, Warwick, you're coming to do the wind gust on the first one.
Yeah, if I figure it out, I'll yell it out to Warwick to which prestidigitation to go with. Like, try fire on this one, or try water on this one, or whatever.
So, Warwick, as you're doing prestidigitation on this first one, it doesn't seem to have an effect. Nymphis,
I love on this one.
Nymphis, as you're looking at this first pedestal, you see clearly that there is the symbol of water on this pedestal. However, the pedestal in color is like a clay red. Instead of a blue that you would associate with water.
Can I rotate it or look at? Does it move? Does the pedestal itself can it be lifted or moved?
No, it's affixed to the ground.
Fixed. Okay. I will point that out. I was like, for some weird reason, this pedestal seems to be a weird red clay looking, even though it does have the symbol of water. So, Bobby. I mean,
Alto?
Where's Bobby? Where's Bobby?
Ulrich, as you go to the second pedestal,
it's just a name I think what I used to thinking. Bobby?
you cast prestidigitation to do your wind gust. It has a reaction similar to what Julian had with when he put the dirt over it.
At which point Julian, who's following Wilwick around, goes, "That's the win one! That's the win one!"
Nymphis, while Wilrick is doing this, you get the sense that there might be some other clues as to what to do with these pedestals. And as you kind of look at some of the other writings and inscriptions, and based on what you saw on the outer rim of the chamber, you start to connect the duality of elements. So the fact that fire and water are opposites of each other, and air and earth are opposites of each other. Wilrick, you go on to the third pedestal to cast prestidigitation. Similar to the first one, no effect. Nymphis, while you're kind of putting these things together, you check the other four quadrants, and you see this other duality as well. So on the air pedestal, or the one that has the air symbol, which is the second one, there's a lot more of a dark brown, earthy, kind of rocky texture on that, even though it has the air symbol. And on the third one, it has the fire symbol, but it's very blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do I get the sense that maybe it's a thing that happens that we have to ignite both of those at the same time and the other two at the same time? Is it a time-sensitive scenario, or we can just continuously activate each one by...
Give me a...
Rolling your dice. Your dice is hot today, man. I don't know what's going on.
Give me a... how do I want to do this? I guess give me a nature check.
Oh my god, dude. I don't have it. Fine. 7.
Based on how everything is kind of tested so far, and what you've seen from the effects of what Julian and Wilrick has done, you don't really get a good sense of, do all these need to be activated at the same time, or can they just kind of go in the sequence, or is there unlimited time? So you don't really get a good sense of if there's a time restriction or not for activating these pedestals.
Hey, Wilrick, could you do me a favor and leave the torch on the first pedestal?
Okay, yeah. I'll grab a torch.
Because the torch is lit
We're
at
by the
this
first
point.
pedestal, right? I'll pull
Yeah,
out
yeah,
another
yeah. So,
torch.
okay, yeah. So, yeah. Just basically place some fire on the first podium.
Well, I will already have marked out which one is which.
Yeah. So we know which one. I mean, we know that's
which
water,
one's
but
fire, which one's water.
but place like some fire on there.
All right, I will take
You
out
guys
a
are-
torch, light it.
Okay.
I
Any reaction dust?
You see the torch almost kind of glow a little bit brighter, almost like there's something that's almost
Okay.
kind of
And
solidifying
and,
the presence of fire on the pedestal
Oh,
for the
and-
first one. And this is on the first
and,
pedestal, right?
Yeah, on the first one. Yes, on the first
The
one.
one that looks
So
that looks
that's
reddish, but
that's
has
red
the
water. It's red water. Yeah.
And now, Bilto,
While you're doing that, can I go next to Xylith and I'll be like, remember the first test that we did, how there was a sequence between
Yeah,
Get Out when we first woke up? Maybe there's something similar to this.
maybe. I'm just watching everyone. Everyone's so magical.
Right?
I'll take out the
I'm just
bucket.
observing everybody.
Use create water for the second time today to fill the bucket with water. Pour some water in.
Where are you pouring the water?
To the pedestal?
Which pedestal? The first one?
The first one.
First one?
Because that's the one that we determined was water and fire.
Water and red. Yeah.
Water and red.
All right. You pour the water onto the pedestal, and
Is it a flat top pedestal or is there like a concave to it?
Yeah. I mean, like, well, I kind of want it to.
Like a-
I kind of want it to extinguish the torch.
it's almost
in a way.
like there's 4 different corners that kind of come up, so it's like 4 squares and almost makes a cross. So like you could place something in the middle where it would sit
Okay.
almost, but it's not like completely flat or like concave.
Okay.
Like if you've seen a
Just
like a
cross.
planter with the 4 little like feet on it with the cross in it, it's kind of like that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out if the top surface is flat or if it water.
Yeah. I mean, like, it doesn't sound like we're losing the water. We get
Like will the water run
Yeah,
off or
well,
will
no.
the water stay?
The water
and the water's gonna stay from the sound.
would like mostly run off, but maybe a little bit would pull up.
Alright, so I'll try to pour only a little bit out, keep the majority of the bucket, put the bucket down for now. and dip the
Right.
torch into it, which presumably will partially snuff it if it's deep enough.
That sounds like a good plan.
So you pour the water on it, and the water puts out the torch.
Okay.
And the pedestal reacts again, but almost in a different way. Roll a investigation check for me.
Guidance self.
Can I help him with the investigation
You may,
on that
yes.
one? Or
So
Roll a
can-
fuck
can
you
roll
check.
I have
investigation.
advantage with guidance.
Yes.
Right?
guidance, advantage, and guidance.
I'm just confirming that I got to do the guidance. Because I'm like, think, guidance.
I'm just gonna pace around the room.
Roll
I corrected
a fuck you check.
my assumption there, Dust.
What was your,
Am I allowed to have the guidance as well?
I mean, hey, if you've still got it cast, I mean.
didn't you give guidance to Nymphis before? Or are you casting it again?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but as soon as he used it, it was gone, and it's a cantrip.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So
I mean, yeah.
okay. Yeah, you can technically use it again, yeah.
Yep, I'm just making sure I have the time to use that as I'm thinking. So investigation.
It's an action, so yeah, I'll say you're good.
We're not in combat, are we? So.
So,
Nah, you.
because of advantage, it's 18, and then just /r space 1
20.
4
21.
21.
21. As you're seeing the water get put out,
The fire get put out.
sorry, the fire get put out. The way the pedestal reacts almost looks like it's where before with the fire it was almost like stabilizing it and enriching it. This is trying to absorb the water.
The fire.
Wait, yeah, wait, the
The pedestal is
Okay.
not the fire. The pedestal is.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
It is the water pedestal. But it was reacting with the fire as well.
Wait.
So maybe we need to do it the other way round.
Take the
Like,
now
is that
stuffed
like-
torch out of the way, dry it off, use prestidigitation.
Fucking useless!
Pour water first,
Yeah.
see if it stays or if it gets further absorbed.
You pour water on it again. It looks like it
Well,
reacts the same as you
but
as it
not
did
all of it.
before, where it's looks like it's trying to absorb the water that you're pouring on it.
It's trying to, but it's essentially doing it at a very, very slow rate.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Do I just keep feeding it water, or should I try another torch?
I mean, I guess we could rub it around. I mean, I could lick it.
If we're
I could lick the pedestal.
Does the effects fade if it's hot?
I don't think that's a natural element.
Are you trying to tell me I'm not natural?
Guys,
Yes.
time and a place.
Stares for a minute.
Did it?
The water gets fully
Uh,
absorbed, pours more water in, lights torch, attempts to see if there's an effect by slowly lowering the torch towards the water at the pedestal.
Okay, you move the torch towards the pedestal. It doesn't seem to react at first.
Oh!
I'm just gonna keep going until either it reacts or it snuffs out, or the water snuffs out the torch.
Okay. I'm assuming you've poured water and you're stopped pouring water, so you're just holding the torch there.
Yeah.
Okay. So after a minute or so, once it looks like all the water is actually gone, whether it's evaporated, flowed off, or been absorbed, the torch has its kind of reaction as it did before, where it kind of gets a little bit stronger and stabilizes.
Water keeps disappearing versus at least this torch seems to be glowing brighter, like it's a positive effect. But Nymphis, you said this was the one.
This is over the
the first pedestal.
The
Water
first
that you
pedestal that
labeled as-
has the water iconography symbol on it, but it has the kind of
Alright.
red
No.
clay.
No, but
Nymphis will go over there and she says, "Leave the fire
Yeah.
here. Hit the water over there."
No. But I think it's right. I think like it's water-based fire, and over there has to be fire-based water. So we have to basically heat up the pedestal and then put water on top
Is
of
it
it.
lava?
No, that would be rock.
Have we tested the third one out yet?
Yeah, no. But actually, I think we heat up the outside of the pedestal for the third one, but then pour water on it to make steam.
I'll go over to the third one with a torch and see how it reacts to fire.
Yeah, but like wave it around
Okay.
it. So don't just have to put it on top. Like actually hope it absorbs the fire. Help it actually like heat up the pedestal.
So what are you doing, Pina? You just moving it around the pedestal?
At first,
putting it
I'm
on
just gonna
top.
At first, I'm going to put the torch on top of the pedestal to see what happens.
Okay. And this is the third pedestal?
Yeah.
Okay, you put the torch on top of the pedestal. The torch actually dims. And it slowly keeps dimming and dimming and dimming as you're holding it there. How long do you hold it there for?
Until it goes out, I'm going to count how long it takes to snuff out completely.
Okay, it takes about 20 seconds before it gets snuffed out.
On the fourth pedestal, I don't know if I can see it, but is there still earth on the pedestal from where Julian put it on there, or is it gone?
If you walk over there, you see that there is no more earth on top of the pedestal where he put it before.
Okay. Julian, what did you want me to do with the third pedestal?
Okay, so either the torch has gone out, right?
Yeah.
Can I turn to Bello to like?
Can I just take the bucket, just a tiny bit of the bucket, please?
Hands to the bucket. It's about half empty at this point.
Okay, so Julian goes and puts like not a lot, just a tiny splash of water on top of the third pedestal.
Okay. You put the water on top of the pedestal, and it almost pools there, and kind of sits there in the middle. And it eventually, after about 10 seconds or so, you actually see some water starting to pour over the edge a little bit.
And you said that in the first one, the torch was brighter. So I'll relight the torch now that the first one is dry. Leave the torch on the first pedestal.
Okay.
So, I am so confused. It feels like it's like the opposite. Maybe we have.
I said that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You
Nymphis.
did.
Tap
You did.
guidance on Nymphis. Could you check
Yeah.
the pedestal that Julian's at? See if there's any symbol that may either correlate or lead to the next one.
Sure, if you want me to, I guess investigate again.
You got the second pedestal.
I gave guidance. I suggested the
You're-
one
you're-
that Julian's at.
I'll just say you're not gonna get anything really more out of than what you got the 24 the first time around.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I would be surprised that I got special.
So like before, you saw that the second pedestal where Julian is at is the one that has the it was the which one? It was right.
I thought it went to third.
It has the air iconography on it, but it looks like it's very stony.
Uh-huh. The mountain cannot bow to the wind, no matter how hard it blows.
That was weird. I'm gonna go to the. Sorry. I'm gonna go to the fourth
just like
pedestal and cast prestidigitation for the gust and see whatever happens, because it was earth. Now I'm putting air onto it.
All right, as you're putting the gust of air onto it, the pedestal reacts again, and it looks like as you're kind of looking closely at it, actually roll a investigation check for me, if you would.
Yep.
I'll help him. I'm right there next to him.
That's fine. Yep. So you get advantage on that one, Berwick.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Oh, I was so close to a 19.
So 18. So between both of you, you notice that when you're doing this gust of wind, that it almost kind of wisps around the center of the pedestal, and whatever kind of particulate that you can see is actually kind of spinning around, and part of it's getting caught in, and it's kind of spiraling upwards. And as it kind of gets to the top of whatever this invisible vortex is, whatever particulate's kind of just spewing out. So the wind is kind of being redirected and enhanced as it's going over this pedestal.
But is it still blowing?
It
Does it go away, or is this
when
vortex?
Panda stops gusting the wind, it kind of stays there for some time before it slowly dissipates out as well.
Okay, so it does feel like this is somewhat time sensitive.
So Julian's going to go over to the second pedestal and see if any of the earth Julian scattered is still there.
We already asked that question. It's already gone.
No, that was
that
on the
was
fourth
fourth.
pedestal. What is there any on the second pedestal still? Because there should be some still on the second pedestal.
So there's not anymore because of the gust.
But oh yeah, of course you got to blow it off. Okay, but is there any more dirt that I can then ball up to get ready?
You take a few minutes to scour some more dirt from the rest
I've
of
got some
them.
dirt. Yeah, okay.
So, it kind of feels like we had the same time. Have we investigated the middle pillar to see if there's any writing on it?
I can if you guys give me a second, I guess.
That might be good.
Please do. Guidance.
Okay. Nymphis will go to investigate the middle section, right? See if there's anything there for that.
I'll go over to provide the guidance, and Bud be watching back at the first.
I can just imagine you just slowly walking over, just like I provide guidance.
I'm guidancing everything. Okay. 12,
You got this, buddy.
So 14 plus 3, 18.
So as you're looking at the center pedestal, there's no writing on it specifically, but you see the four faces of the pedestal have the opposite colors from what you see. So where you, like from the first pedestal where it's the water icon and the red clay, you see kind of a face that looks more of the blue, kind of more associated with water. As you're looking at the pedestal, you notice there's almost these routes or troughs that almost take in whatever element from the other four pedestals to activate, power up.
Do those routes actually go from the elements spots and like move around the area, or does it go straight towards?
It goes straight
Like-
towards the other four pillars out there. Yep.
So guys, why don't we all do this at the same time? If I take Earth because I've got nothing magical about me and I've got a lump of dirt, I got a jar of dirt. Shit, fuck, knock my fucking shit out. So because I've got nothing special about me, I've just got like dirt, so I can just sprinkle it.
I got your dirt.
Exactly.
I got your dirt.
So I can just sprinkle it over the wind. Either, I mean, Belto, it makes more sense for you to go to the water one because you can create more water. Like,
Is the torch still lit at this point in time?
Yes.
On the-
the torch
on-
is still lit.
So,
Torch
okay,
is still lit.
and then
that hasn't changed.
Well,
okay,
torch is still lit. Water is still overflowing in the fire section, right? You said.
At this point, it has since stopped.
okay. So
Okay.
So yeah, Belto, why don't you go to just put some more water on there, and Wilwick, you can cast prestidigitation on the Earth one.
and then we do it all at the same time.
I thought you said you had or whatever.
No, I've got Earth, but no. He is on the Earth one to cast Prestidigitation to do the wind. I've got Earth in my hand on the wind one.
Earth for wind, wind for
Okay.
earth, fire for water, water for fire. Essentially.
That sounds like that's what we're gonna do. Yeah.
Okay. So you all are lining up to do this at the same time, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
And we're gonna put Xylith in the middle.
Let us know what you see happens.
All right.
Xylith,
Yeah.
be loved.
I'm just gonna go stand in the middle like this with a heart on top of my head or something.
Whoa, MC.
I'm helping.
All right. So who's where?
I am on the wind bit. I'm on the wind pedestal with the lump of.
I'm on pedestal 4.
I'm at
I'm on
pedestal
pedestal
three.
two.
I'm in
And
the middle.
yeah,
I'm
never
at
someone.
1.
All right. I'm assuming you're standing behind
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the pillars facing the middle.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then Xylith, where are you
Just eat.
standing? Are you standing just like to the side of it? Or are you
Just wherever in the middle of all the pedestals, I guess.
okay? So you're just standing by the middle pedestal.
Yeah, because I'm just kind of looking around because everyone else has got it and I
Okay.
have no magic, so.
It's okay, neither do I.
All right.
Wait. Before we activate this, I don't want to be the cause of Xylith's death. Can I, Xylith? I was just joking.
All right, I'm running away.
I don't want to be the cause.
I'm just gonna
of
run
death.
and stand as far back as possible from all the pedestals.
That's
Like,
fair.
like activate these beams and the giant.
Yeah. The Zion's in the middle, like her eyes glow. Just goes. "Bah!"
So much for the love in here. No, I'm out. I'm just gonna.
I love you so much, Xylith. I don't want you to die.
Too late, Nimbus.
Xylith, you can come. Xylith, come stand by me.
Sure, you're not gonna kill me.
No. I've just got dirt.
I just got dirt.
I just got dirt.
I'm good with dirt. Okay, I'll go stand next to
All right.
Julian.
So, Nymphis, you're at the fire. You're holding the torch there. It is imbued pretty well. The flame is staying lit. Who's putting their next element on?
We'll do it in order: 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be Julian dumping the dirt on top of the wind.
Okay. You put the dirt on there. You see the dirt kind of move and shift and almost kind of grow a little bit.
Mm.
You pour the bucket on there. You see again it kind of pools and starts to kind of overflow on the sides.
Then
Avada Kedavra.
I'm glad I moved.
So you blow onto the pedestal and see the vortex appear. And once all 4 elements are there, you actually see the little troughs that Nympha spotted earlier going towards this pedestal start to fill up.
Hooray!
As it gets to the middle, you start to see the individual elements kind of get intertwined and mixed, and each one of the sides of this pedestal starts to glow and illuminate. So you have the one where Nymphis is on, which is he's putting the fire on, although it kind of looked blue from the inert's perspective, starts to glow a bright red. And then from Julian's side with the earth, you start to see that where it looked like a more lighter gray or brown start to illuminate a brighter green. And then from Belta, your side, where you're pouring the water, where it looked like it was more kind of the red color, it starts to glow blue. From Wilrick's side, it starts to glow a bright white. And as this pedal seems to activate, you hear kind of shifting and rushing of the different elements in all directions around this chamber. You start to feel trembles. You start to feel rushes of air and heat, and mist gets circled through this chamber. I need you all to roll.
I was just about to be like, everyone start gathering back up just in case. You beat me to it.
Everyone, roll initiative.
I need you all to roll athletics checks.
Let's save. Oh,
Okay. 12. Oh, Belton,
I'm
nice.
not 20,
I'm not 20.
guys.
Oh wait. Do we
No.
all have guidance?
No, I can only do.
Oh,
this
you only
for
get one person. Okay, fair enough.
Um,
Who got guidance?
Here you go.
No one
I don't
currently,
know
unless
how
it was
good
on
it is.
myself.
so Julian, Belto, and Xylith, you
So it's
all
only less.
are like the elements are kind of rushing in from like the heat, ash, the mist and the water, and the trembling. And as you start to see your pieces of the floor change into their respective elements, you're able to kind of dodge it, kind of breaking down and morphing a bit.
Okay.
I
For-
can't swim in this
For
summer.
Nymphis and Wilric, you all are kind of taken off guard a bit from your perspective, from your respective areas. Panda, you actually get flung backwards from the pedestal that you're at, flung away from the center to the outside of the room. Nymphis, you actually start to see parts of the floor turn into fire and molten rock. And you take
Oh god.
you take
Someone gets
you take
flung, I
12
get
fire
burned
damage
alive.
as one
12.
one of the places where you have your feet cracks and turns into molten lava, and it burns you.
Ow. Damage. Okay.
So you guys are in this room. There's a lot of elemental power right now that is rushing through this room as all of these different elements have seemed to be conjured up and activated to activate this pedestal.
So what's the pedestal doing now? Is after it's activated, is there anything else going on with it, or is it just like a beam of light?
It still looks like it's glowing. There's something forming on the top of it, but you can't quite tell what it is.
Are we able to get to it?
You can certainly try. You start making your way in
Guys!
that direction.
Guys, I think we have to get to the center. I'm gonna try.
So yeah.
The Xylith is the only one that's
Turn to
available.
the exit.
Oh yeah, you're right. Silas, do me all love.
So you all try to make a
Oh
mad
my
dash to the
God.
middle.
I guess so. I'm gonna trust Julian. I'll follow Julian.
Okay.
Half-second hesitation, double
Okay.
follow afterwards.
Yeah.
I need you all to make another set of athletics checks.
25.
Okay.
19.
14.
Nine and 11. Nymphus
Okay.
9. Wilwick 11.
So
I'm not rolling on here anymore. I'm going back to just. Rest of your dice were amazing. I'm
Will
not gonna.
while you
Never.
took the stumble back, you get your bearings and you start to run towards the middle. Belto, Julian, and Xylith, you all make it to the center. in this platform, it's almost like you cross a threshold where the element you don't feel the effects of the elements in the room anymore.
Okay.
Nymphis, as you're trying to gain your balance as the floor beneath you is crumbling and turning into this pure elemental form of what you've just put on your pedestal, you're still trying to get your balance again, and you take another.
Guys, it's getting hot in here.
8 fire.
It's getting hot.
Wait, what is your health on right now, Nymphus?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay, guys. I don't know what we're doing, but I say we all link hands, and with our other hands we touch this central orb, okay?
But what about Nymphis?
No, the Nymphus is here. Nymphus is with us. He's just taking damage getting to us.
Oh,
he's with us,
now?
but he's taking damage.
Oh,
yeah.
you just took damage. Okay.
Did I make it, or
So
did I?
you still
Like-
really haven't.
Or is he still?
You haven't made it. You're only.
Oh, he hasn't. Oh, he hasn't. Oh, yeah. I thought he made it, but it.
No,
oh.
he hasn't
Okay,
made it
okay,
yet.
okay, okay.
I was like, what is
Okay.
Yeah.
He's only
You
about
guys really
halfway
gave
there.
the title for it away.
Okay, well, we're waiting then. We're waiting till he gets there then.
I'm not there either, hold on. So.
You're not there yet either. You got pushed back. You're
Yeah,
having to
well-
make up the distance.
Oh, yeah. We're waiting till everyone gets there.
Oh, he got pushed back too.
We're waiting till everyone gets there.
It's okay. You can leave Warlock and myself out here. We'll just
No, no, no,
eventually
no,
find
no,
out.
You behind
No. We're waiting. We're waiting.
On the next turn, I'll be doing my ranged healing. Towards
Okay,
him.
okay. Good.
Wilrick and Nymphis, I need you to roll another athletics check, please.
I'm using your dice.
Oh, that's me.
At this point, because the next turn cycle
Fucking
down, should I roll the
damn it.
healing?
What was it? So we got 11 for Wilwick at least.
No, I got.
Oh, no,
Athletics,
oh,
2 on the
oh.
dice, plus 4.
Oh, Jesus. 2 4s we got.
No, I got 2 on the dice plus 4.
No, I'm
so
saying Wilwick got a 4 though.
Oh, yeah.
So you're
6.
still stumbling, trying to get to the middle, and pretty
I'm
much.
swimming through lava now.
No, no,
You take another.
Yeah.
You take another 12 fire damage. As
Do I get to heal him?
he's not in the middle yet.
Healing word? Healing word. I can do it at range 60 feet.
He would be in range to do healing word. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. Minimum 4.
So you get 4. You get 4 HP back.
I feel slightly okay.
Wilrick, you get
I'm just trying to help
you get
mitigate your
flung
damage, dude.
away again, and as you hit the ground, you take 5 bludgeoning damage as you get whipped up by the wind and slammed on the ground.
Okay, Julian is gonna go for Wilrick and try and help Wilrick get, drag him in.
So you're gonna run out there.
I'm gonna basically go to Wilrick and help drag him in,
Okay.
yes.
So this round I need Julian, Wilrick, and Nymphis to roll athletics.
20.
I will again use healing word
I've got 20.
because he's already so much.
7 plus 4.
That's fine, 11's okay. I think 11 might be okay.
So Nymphis, as you're trying to dodge these blobs of fire and lava and rock as it's starting to turn into molten rock, you manage to find purchase on a few pieces that haven't turned to molten rock yet, and you finally get to the middle with everyone else.
Oh, God.
I called out that I
It hurts. It hurts.
Nymphis, you heal another 6.
Julian, you managed to like with your deftness, you're able to kind of feel the wind and where it's coming, and you're able to weave in and out of it, and you're able to get to Wilrick as he manages to get up and try to get closer to you. So you all are together now.
I can paint with all the colors, motherfucker!
As I grab Wilrick, I heal him for 10 with lay on hands.
Okay.
Just why not? I mean, fuck it, we're gonna have a long rest soon, I expect, anyway. Just in case.
Guys, look, we're all here. I say we all join hands and touch the center at the same time.
No, you got
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, no!
You got.
Okay! I really don't know what the fuck is going on!
So you're currently out there
Why does he keep
You're currently
yelling
out,
at us?
Okay,
not
yeah.
quite towards the outer pedestal, but not in the middle yet. So I need you.
Okay, yeah, we're okay.
Your check was to make sure you didn't
Right.
get thrown in.
That's fine. That's cool. We're gonna go back in then.
Need to roll athletics.
He keeps yelling for us to hold hands. What is he talking about?
I don't know. I'm just gonna grab Nifus's hand and be like, I'm doing
Okay, yeah.
Julian.
I just shout at Wilwick saying just like, come on!
On the run towards it, can I cast Absorb Elements to see, well, whilst I do my athletics, so in case I do get hit with fire or anything,
Yep,
I
you
get
can.
a
Yes.
bit of Absorb.
You would be able to do that, yeah. Yep, you would be able to do that.
It's a reaction.
So go ahead and roll your athletics, both Julian and Wilrick.
Minus
13.
Oh my
Ouch.
god!
But remember, I'm holding on to Wilwick. I'm not letting him go. I'm holding him.
That's not one, mate.
I was gonna say the whole point of him going out there was to help Wilrick back. Was that to provide the help action does? So that Wilrick
That was
advantage?
maybe helpful, yes. I'm holding Wilwick at this point in time.
Because otherwise,
Yeah.
why was he going out there?
That combined though and averaged out is not enough. So if you're holding on to each other,
Absorb Elements
you-
as well.
Okay, that's
Oh, okay.
so you do.
Okay. He's averaging it.
our best and our
I'll-
worst at
Yeah.
trying to get back.
With a nat 1, I'm gonna say, like, you got swept off your feet. Like,
Okay.
you basically stepped on a piece of rock that instantly turned into a gush that shot you up and out. Julian, are you holding on to him, or are you letting him?
Oh, I'm holding
Okay.
on to Wilwick.
So you all get flung up into the air. Let's see what direction you guys are going in. Okay. Julian, you take 3 bludgeoning damage. Wilrick, you take 5 bludgeoning damage as you are thrust now into the floor, and now you're skidding towards the direction of where Nymphus was, and all of the floor is turning.
Oh, how convenient! It had to be the
I'm-
fire, didn't it? Yeah.
I'm resistant to fire.
Hmm?
I'm resistant to fire.
You're not there yet, but you were tossed in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not. I got third.
Yeah, but I'm just got
Barbecue.
Okay. Well, let's make our way further inwards, maybe.
All right, roll
Yeah.
roll athletics. You both are prone, so you're gonna take. Okay.
I've got a
all
10.
right.
Not 20.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Not 20.
So really, after seeing just all the wind, you're just like, screw it. You decide to actually jump into the fire link because you're a lot more adept with fire, and you're able to help guide Julian through the.
No, you're pulling
Yeah, no,
Julian
you're pulling
there.
me, yeah.
Into fire.
You're not quite there yet, so I need
Into
one.
fire we
You're
go.
you're like
That-
15 feet from the center, so I need one more athletic from both of you.
11.
Range of another
11.
word.
Julian, wait. Julian, you said something about the colors of the what?
The colors of the fire.
All right.
Is there any way I can be like in say in Primordial and all that, so the elements and like be gentle with my friends?
You can try.
I know he's gonna fucking help from the
Yeah.
sounds of it.
Like, please be gentle with my friends. What should I roll for that? Persuasion? Using your dice? 14 plus.
You got the good one.
18.
That's 18.
You have a good one.
Persuasion. Yeah.
Um,
plus 4.
as you're speaking in Primordial to try to speak to whatever entity might be causing this.
But there's a lot of elements going around. I was like, in Primordial, please. Elements, be gentle with my friends.
You look towards your allies as they're trying to navigate this fireplace, and it seems like while the elements just immediately around you seem to calm, the other parts of the room are just like reacting to whatever these pedestals do to activate this inner thing.
Mm-hmm.
Julian and Wilrick, you both make it, but Wilrick, as you're trying to avoid all the bits of lava that are now spewing up, you take 8 fire damage, and you said you're resistant to fire, right? So that gets cut in half.
Yep.
So you take 4 fire
I
damage.
should be resistant to fire. Yeah.
If you are, that gets
Okay.
8. If you are resistant, then that's 4.
Yeah, I'm
In the
resistant
burn
Okay.
to
I would
fire.
use another healing word.
So everyone is now in the middle, right?
Yes.
Okay! Right, guys! I say we all hold hands and touch the central orb thing light at the same time. Because wherever we're going, we should go together.
Alright, I mean, I guess I have no reason not to.
I'll hold Belto's hand.
No, that's what I'm thinking.
And
Well, I'm
Xylith
already-
in the other.
I mean,
Xylith.
I'm already holding Wilrick, so I've only got one other.
I'm
So
between Xylith and Belto at the moment.
And Psalm beside Balto and
Julian.
Julian, yeah.
so someone needs to grab me. Like I'm grabbing
I got
Wilrick.
you.
Wilrick needs,
I'll
okay,
grab
Wilrick
Julian.
needs to grab then Nymphus on the
Belto,
other side then.
Belto.
Or
Oh, yeah,
Belto. Yeah, we all need to
Yeah,
just grab
I'll go.
each other, and then with the other hand, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, we're grabbing each other now.
Well, you know, whatever.
Nymphus, don't make it weird, man!
That was in my head.
At the same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hope we
Just
can.
Step in, I guess. Is it a step in or just a walk in? or
Well,
what?
we're gonna touch whatever the fucking shiny thing
Oh.
is.
3, 2, 1, bang. Let's
Or,
go.
or should we be waiting? Because this area seems a bit.
Wilrick already touched it.
Okay. Here we go.
So Wilrick touches it. You all get sucked into whatever this
Great.
this orb is, and I need you all to roll
Go die.
just dexterity saving throws.
That's check.
Saving
That's
throws.
save.
Yeah, that's save. Okay. 22.
Dexterity saving
Saving.
throw.
Yeah, dex save. Yeah.
All right.
22.
17.
4 for Belto, 17 for Wilrick. I can
21 for me.
Okay.
22 for Xylith, and
So-
21.
I'm gonna get her.
21.
So as you
Yeah, sounds like it.
as Panda or as Wilrick touches this orb, you all get sucked in, and
Should we wait?
the similar sensation that you got when you came here rushes through you, and it's almost like you're being thrust through the different elements, and you come out back in some kind of very wooded area, except Belto, you get flung, and who's holding on to Belto? Is it just Wilrick?
Would
What do you
have been.
Is it just you?
Wilrick.
Yeah. I
Oh,
thought I
you're
was-
holding on
I
to
thought I
Belto. Yeah,
was-
okay, you're holding on to
So,
Belto.
so both of you?
Yeah.
I thought I was between Xylith
Yeah,
and
but
Belto.
Belto's holding on to whom?
Yeah, who
Yeah,
did I
you
let
choose
go
Belto.
of for reaching out to grab it? Or actually, no, because he grabbed it. So yeah, I would be in
It's
the
up
middle
to
of that
you.
chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Belto, you would have been thrown out, but with everyone holding on to you, you're kind of like thrown out, but everyone else just kind of drops down and appears somewhere in some woods. And that's where we're gonna call the session tonight.
Hey! We're out of the fucking assing fucking place!
How do we get there in the first
More
place?
about that
Yo,
next
but yo-
session.
Yeah, you fucking asshole friend! Fucking what's her face?
Oh, so you're blaming my
No,
my
not
connection.
your connection.
Belto's.
Belto's fucking asshole bitch. Who I wrote the name down. Hang on, let me check
He's
the name.
trying to blame
That's
Eileen
it.
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Mm.
No. Oh no, wait, no.
You were-
I'm not blaming. No, I'm
You
not
were
blaming
suspicious
Alina.
that this was
no, I'm not blaming
Sharis
Alina.
or
No, I'm blaming Nazare. That's what I'm blaming. Nazare.
Nazare.
I wrote it down. Nazare. It's in my book. Nazare.
Well, you all are taking the
Nazare.
lead from Belto that he got from Ilenia, so that's
No,
where y'all were
I'm
going.
blaming. Oh no, I'm blaming Nazare
Okay,
for this shit.
all right. Fair enough. But as far as you all are aware, you're back in some kind of woody swamp area. It's a little slushy. It's a little rain pattering. It seems to be either dusk or early morning. You can't tell from the time of day yet, but given an hour or so, you'll be able to tell if it's nighttime or daytime.
But we don't recognize it.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
But before we finish off, can I look through
Yeah.
my familiar's eyes and see if I'm still connected within radius of
You
them?
try and you don't sense anything. So, well, we'll see what happens as a result from everything next time. As memories start flooding y'all from getting out of wherever you just were and recollecting what happened before for some of you, and what happened inside of wherever you all were. And we'll go from there. So thank you all for watching. We will be back next week and all of this month.
Okay.
So yeah, stay tuned. See you next time.